Hello friends, welcome to IT Articles. In this video, first we'll be covering what are the new features Bootstrap 5 is providing, and then we'll create a small demo and we'll show how to use these new features. So the very first thing that we notice is changed when we land to the homepage of Bootstrap 5 is its logo. So now it's sort of opening and closing curly braces and the letter B between that. The second point says they have dropped the jQuery. So now Bootstrap doesn't use jQuery, they are using pure JavaScript. They have dropped the support for IE. Mean now Bootstrap doesn't guarantee that their all the component, all the functionality will work in IE. The next Bootstrap has start using custom CSS properties. The benefit of it, we can customize, we can override the default value of these custom variables to change the look and feel of any component provided by Bootstrap 5. The next point is Bootstrap has its own SVG icons now. So there is no need to import any third-party libraries like your Font Awesome, your Glyphicons, or any other third parties. Next is they have exposed the API to create the utility classes. They have some inbuilt utility classes and they have exposed the API also. So we write few lines of the code in SCSS file and that creates multiple utility classes for you. Next point is there is a new size added in the grid layout, that is XXL, extra large. Earlier in the grid layout there was a few sizes like extra small, medium, large and extra large. Now they have introduced new size, that is extra large. The last point says is a responsive font size. So now Bootstrap is responsive for your font sizes also. So there's a one npm package RFS. We need to import that package, and so that libraries create the media queries and have the different font size. Now we'll open the Visual Studio Code and I'll demo how to create this utility classes, how to use this utility classes APIs, and how this responsive font size works. I have taken all these points from these two resources, these two links. I'll be providing these links in the description so you can visit these two links anytime. So now let's open Visual Studio Code and start. So now if you see, I have index.html page. Here in div I have wrote hello world. Here I have linked one SCSS file, so that is available here. It's as of now it's blank, and I have package.json. Now I'll be installing few npm packages. That is, first is bootstrap @next means whatsoever version which is in alpha as of now, and yes, we know version 5 is in alpha, so it will install the bootstrap 5. The next package that I want to install is parcel bundler. We can say it roughly works like a webpack, so it creates a bundle and run local server to serve your files. And I need to install SCSS. SCSS is package which is used by parcel bundler to convert this SCSS file to CSS files. So I'll be installing these three. So now if you see, all three packages has been installed. Still I haven't done, or I haven't imported anything in SCSS file. So now I'll be importing the bootstrap in this SCSS file. So that I can do with the @import statement. And here, so here I'll be passing the path where bootstrap is installed. So that is under node modules /bootstrap /scss and /bootstrap. I'll be importing the bootstrap.scss file, so it will import all the components. But if you are working on a specific component, yes, you can import a specific one. So then we'll not be importing the bootstrap, but you will be importing individual like progress or like table, tools, tapes, transitions, etc. But yes, I'll be importing the bootstrap. So now I have imported the bootstrap in this SCSS file. I have linked this SSCL file here and I have installed everything here. So now what I'll be doing is I'll be running the parcel bundler with the help of parcel command, and I'll be passing the entry file as index So now parcel bundle will make a bundle of your source code and will run a server locally. Here we can see now server has been started on port 1234. So let's open in browser. So now you can see hello world here. That's mean everything is working fine. Now we need to see either Bootstrap has been imported or not. So let's come back and assign some Bootstrap classes here. So I'll be importing alert and alert dot hyphen success. So if I save this file, come back, you can see you have some CSS effect, and this effect is from Bootstrap. So now we are sure that Bootstrap has been installed and imported successfully. So now we'll see new features of Bootstrap 5 one by one. The very first we'll try is custom properties. So there is a one variable body hyphen bg. It is related to the body background. So I'll be assigning AAA. So it's a gray shade. Now I'm expecting my body background will be gray shade. So let's save this file. You can see Bootstrap is compiling your SCSS file. So now come back to our browser. See, you have your body background color is gray. So this is how we can use custom variables, and we can assign our properties, or we can assign custom properties, and your final compiled CSS file will have your new values instead of default values. So now we'll see how to use the utility classes APIs. So the signature is something dollar utilities colon, and in this braces we'll be doing some stuff. Let's have semicolon. So we'll be doing, or we'll be writing some stuff here. So first we'll give the name to few lines of the code that we'll write. So I'll be writing, let's say, custom width. Although this keyword will not be used anywhere, it's just a name, so you can assign any name here. Now the actual code started, which will be responsible to create your utility classes. So here we'll be writing the key value pairs. So the key will be, let's say, property, and the value is actual CSS property. Let's say we want to create the utility classes for width. So here we'll be assigning the width. And if you want utility classes for padding, so you'll be writing the padding here. So here we'll write the actual CSS property. So I want the utility for width, so I'll write width. The next is class. This is optional but better to create. The reason is you can assign a alias to your class. So you might have seen that utility class something like PD PD hyphen 2, let's 10, let's say for padding 10, or let's say display hyphen block. So this is for display is equal to block. So this shorter name D or here PD will be defined by the class. So here let's say I want the W. So my class will start W hyphen then further values. So this further values will be defined here. That will be assigning in the values. So now here under the values we'll write the key value pairs. So the key will be the remaining part of your class, and the value will be the actual value of this property. So let's say we want utility class for with something WD W-1 for 25%, and we want W-2 for, let's say, 50%, something like that. So here I'll be having 1 then colon 25%, 2 colon 50%. So now this code is responsible to create the two utility classes W-1 and W-2, and the value will be respectively width is equal to 25% and width is equal to 50%. Similarly, we can have something like full, and which is, let's say, 100%, or let's say we can have some 4 also. 4 means 100%, and let's say we want 3 means 75%. Right? So now this code is responsible to create the 5 utility classes for width. So let's try it. Now I'll be assigning WD-2 in index HTML page on this box. So W-2. Now I'm expecting this div width will be 50%. So as soon as I saved, you can see code is building and everything is built successfully now. So if you come back to your browser, you can see the width is 50% now. And if you assign 1, that is 25%, so the width will be 25%. Let's save this file, come back to the browser, width is 25% now. Similarly, you can assign the width full, then it will be 100%. So this is how we can create the utility classes. I showed utility classes for width. Of course, you can create the utility classes for other CSS property also. Now we'll see how RFS works, responsive font size. So now let's create one class with the name of mydiv, and here we'll have font size something 40 pixels, and we'll assign this classes here on this div. So if I have my div, so now this hello world will be in the 40 pixel size. Let's save this file, come back to our browser, see it's 40 pixels now. So now if I reduce the width of browser, the font size will be same. It's not responsive as per the width of the device. So this problem will be resolved by installing a new package, that is RFS, and Bootstrap has own integration with RFS. So if you install and use one line code, then Bootstrap will create media queries for this code and you will have responsive font size. So close this server and install another package and mark this also as dev dependency. The package name is RFS, responsive font size. So now you can see your RFS is installed. Now we'll see how to use RFS to create the responsive font size. So as soon as you have installed the RFS, we need to import the RFS. So let's import file from the node package again. Node modules under RFS under SAS. Okay, and here let's copy this, come here. Now instead of this line, I'll write this line in a different way. That is, first we'll say to include font size. So now this font size will be a function from here. So treat it as a function and pass your size here. So 40 pixels. That's it. So now this line of the code is responsible to create the media queries for font size 40, and it will apply on your page respectively. So let's save this page and start our server as we have stopped it earlier when we were installing the package. So if I come back to my browser, font size is 40, but let's try to reduce the width of the browser and let's see what happens. Can you see the font size is decreasing as we are changing the width? So that's all in this video, guys. If you learned something, don't forget to like and subscribe to my channel. And if you have any query regarding this, please don't forget to post your question in the comment box below.